out to LTTV. Shout out to LTTV.
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, let's get right into this one. Make sure y'all hit the like button upon entry. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. This is a members only stream. Join the members, grab the chat pass, 99 cents. Let's get it.
Thank you so much for the contribution. We got a lot of people hate watching right now. Right now is about the time when Tommy Sotomayor would go live, and instead they see Mike TV is exposing the fact. Thank you so much for the contribution.
Listen to this, y'all.
To Moxie, thank you so much for the contribution.
Who?
To Moxie for the contribution. Remember in the last live show when I called out Moxie because I heard her, she was over in the chat there? That's where I got it from. He or she, I don't know who Moxie was. That's why I was looking at you as a plant. But you said he censored you for freedom of speech, so you're over here now. It is what it is. Let's get into this. What up, E-Black? E-Black is also a part of this because this is what he's doing right now. This is what before we get into this is what Mike TV is doing. Before we get into the whole Pearl interview on Tommy's platform, this is what Mike TV is doing right now. It's in his video, but I'm not reacting to it because he's one of those copyright police where he tries to false flag you when it's a reaction and it's all fair use. If you say anything against him, he flags you for misinformation, harassment, or bullying, and it's all cap. It's all cap. He's just trying to silence people that call him out, but he wants to call out and expose everybody else's personal life. He's the biggest coward on the platform. E-Black TV right now. He's trying to report you for spam or misleading. He's trying to report Duke the Don. Hateful or abusive content. Promotes hatred or violence. Hold on, y'all. I don't know who this is.
Stop the cap.
Not to that, but to this. This is all cap. But I don't know who Kevro University is. But he also has him for hateful and abusive content. And then this is the thing he got removed. He got Tommy's stream removed for misinformation. It's not because it was actually misinformation. It's because he was not supposed to be on the platform according to YouTube, so they removed it because of that. It had nothing to do with the misinformation factor. He's just trying to flag everybody for anything possible. And this is what he does. This is the most pathetic thing in the world. This is why you can't fuck with a content creator like this. This is why I called him an agent for anarchy. This is what he did. He talked shit about Duke the Don his entire stream, and then he tries to empower his following to go over to other people's channels and report it. When attempting to go to war, you must know the rules of engagement. Everybody that supports me, feel free to go to Little Dookie's last live stream he did on me and report him for violence, timestamp X, Y, and Z. So this is what he's doing. Report for hateful.
Stop the cap.
Abusive.
Emotional damage.
Promotes hatred or violence.
Lie.
This nigga just can't handle the words. Then he sends his people over to people's comment section and start running fake narratives. They try to run fake narratives on people's comments. He'll send his people over and they'll be like, oh, this is misinformation. This is misinformation. He'll have a bunch of people say that and then he'll report it. It's pathetic. Listen to what he did. He even admits to what he did with Tommy on Tommy's stream.
We got a lot of people hate watching right now. Right now is about the time when Tommy Sotomayor would go live, and instead they see Mike TV is exposing the fact that I got him deleted. So shout out to all the people in the crowd.
Wait, E-Black, you didn't know about this? I found this out from a content creator. Oh, shit, I should have remembered the name because I used his video. This is where the video is from. It's not even from Mike TV's video. It's... Hold on, I'm gonna get the name. I'm gonna play the video, but I'm gonna get the name of the content creator. I edited a lot of his shit out because he was pandering to Mike. He was pandering to Zesty TV because he didn't want his shit to get copyright struck down. He didn't want Mike to misuse the copyright policy and strike him down, so he was pandering to him. You can clearly see it. His whole chat section was going in on Mike, and he liked all of their comments. But yeah, he was pandering to him in the video. You can clearly see he was shook. He didn't want no smoke. He was just here for entertainment, but he wanted no smoke. You can't let niggas like this bitch you up, especially a coward like him. Let's get back into it.
Shout out to all the people in the bushes hate watching.
Uh-oh.
And shout out to Moxie.
Uh-oh.
You hear that? Shout out to Moxie.
Moxie says, how did you get Tommy S. Peace? I'm going to show you.
Now, I believe you were shadow banned because he silences everybody. He'll have a video and have so few comments, and you know he deleted the comments. Then there'll be people over at other people's chats trying to say that they delete comments. Meanwhile, there's hundreds of comments, even comments cooking them that are still up. So he's clearly capping. He's trying to run a false narrative on other people's platform while just trying to silence them when they say anything back to him. Let's get back into this. So hold on, let's
Shout
find
out
the...
to Jamar. Jamar says, I wish I could give more. I'm broke. I ain't tripping, brother. A dollar goes a long way. I appreciate the contribution. Let's go. You get a bomb just like everybody else that contributes.
All right, so this guy that's reacting to this in this video, I edited his video out because he will still have some of Mike TV's video, and I just put this picture behind it. His name is Healthy Black Pill Diet 2. Let's listen to this. Edited most of his shit out, but let's listen to what we got.
You get a bomb.
All right, guys, so let me go ahead and share my screen real quick.
Here we go.
I'll show you guys exactly how I got Tommy Sotomayor kicked off of YouTube.
Pay attention.
They call me the king of receipts for a reason.
Pay attention.
What's this right here? This is an email from YouTube a day ago. Hello, thank you for reporting the videos you find inappropriate. Yes, guys, I found Tommy very inappropriate. The video that you reported to us has been removed or restricted from YouTube. But guess what, guys? After I flagged his video for violating community guideline standards, I then reported him to YouTube and said, hey, YouTube, I don't know if you know, but this dude, Tommy Sotomayor, already got kicked off of your platform.
Man, you stupid bitch.
Tommy Sotomayor already has a lifetime ban. YouTube, this is the...
I've seen him do it.
same
Uh-oh. Fair use.
guy. Delete his channel. So guess what, guys? If you go to check report history, This is the video of his that I reported. It was called People Discussing Melanie King's Personal Life. Is that okay? I reported him for misinformation. The video has been removed. But after I reported him for misinformation, that wasn't enough. I then reported his channel as a whole. That's why if you click this button, it says what?
That's crazy.
I then reported his channel as a whole. That's why if you click this button, it says what? Video unavailable.
Got him.
Ooh, Tommy.
Damn.
Tommy. Video unavailable. This video is no longer available. Why? Because
And to be real, people have been flagging Tommy shit. This is probably the first time I've seen someone document the actual flagging process.
this video is no longer available. Why? Because the YouTube account associated with this video has been terminated.
Damn.
I show receipts. So first I flagged his specific video for misinformation. Then I flagged his channel because he's not even supposed to be on YouTube with his old crusty ass. He need to go work somewhere. Go get a job. And then guess what?
So this is really bad for Tommy because now
Go get a job. And then guess what YouTube did? They sent me an email and said, Mike, guess what? We got that video taken down. And when I check on the strikes and everything, I see, oh, they've also taken down his whole channel as well.
This nigga thinks he gets points for doing this.
Ladies
damn. Let's proceed.
and gentlemen, boys and girls, in like, what, a week to 2 weeks, I took out Melanie King, Just Pearly Things, Real Femme Sapien, and I got Tommy Sotomayor kicked off of YouTube. I'm undefeated.
4 for 4.
What about that L you hung over here? Pause. It's like this nigga took an L over here, tried to target my channel illegally, failed, and he doesn't want to mention that. What about the L you took to Duke the Don? What about the L's you constantly take to E Black? Undefeated my ass, nigga. Pause. Let's get back into this.
Call me the people's champion,
4
call
for
me
4.
the Wonder Boy, call me whatever you want. But I'm doing some work for the people. I know that much. We got Tommy packed up out of here. Let's see how fast it takes for him to start another YouTube channel, and let's see how long the next YouTube channel stays online
This nigga's a demon.
before I get that.
Oh, shut up, nigga.
You have niggas like him encouraging this fuck shit. That's the problem. You have fuck niggas like this encouraging the fuck shit. Yeah, I'm using your video, but I edited the shit out. At the end of the day, it's like, what are you doing? You can't encourage this fuckery. You have a platform, do you not? You say one thing he doesn't like in your video reaction because you reacted to his video. You didn't edit it out. You're beholden to his fuckery because you want the views.
That one taken down as well. Come on. Let's go. Let me see what the audience is talking about real quick. It said everybody knows that Tommy ain't got no job. Come on, he was sitting backstage like, oh, yes, he was. Yes, he was. Tommy ain't supposed to be here. He needs to go back to the depths of hell in which he came from.
Damn.
Yeah, you did good.
Yeah, he be putting out all the shit. Yeah, E Black, this is your video right here. April 26th. Reported reasoning, spam or misleading. Duke the Don's video, April 23rd. The status is still live, so I'm pretty sure he failed on these. This was a email. I forgot. Did I blow this one up? Yeah, it says, hello, thank you for reporting videos you find inappropriate. This guy's a whole rat.
Good Mike TV, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's go.
He got the black women's on his side, so you know they gon' this Mike TV dude, he's about to blow up.
Nope.
I thought it was funny. I was like, an obese person, just one. Like,
Now I had to get this video from Rumble. I did some I did some streaming privately to basically steal the video. Not steal the video, download the video this way. So the audio is a little corrupt and it has double prints you can see in the background, but let's get into this. This is Tommy Sotomayor interviewing Just Pearly Things, and Pearl basically sneak disses Zesty TV and MTR by saying they stand for nothing. And you can clearly read between the lines of who she's talking about while she says these things. It's quite apparent. Let's get into this.
I really enjoyed talking to you about a lot of this stuff, and I'm gonna wrap it up here. But I want to say to you, like, how do you feel about?
Now, this part, I want to hear everybody's opinions. Let me open the comment section up real quick to the subscribers. Give me a second. Let's open that up to the subscribers. All right, y'all. Let's see what you got to say about this.
What do you call them? Reaction people who build their channels now off of fucking with people who have a bigger channel. Because that's the thing now. If you want to build your channel, you fuck with someone who has a bigger channel, and you expose them.
I mean, like, let's just be honest here. You know, I've done reactions before, and what you start to realize is people have their lens of the way that they view the world, and so a lot of times, like, they're just gonna view you how they're gonna view you because, like, that's how they see it, and like they're.
Okay, so what she says is people have their lens how they view the world. So people have their natural biases. People from different dispositions have their own standards, their own principles, their own way they view life. Some people are saying B1 and they ride by that. Some people are FBA, and it's not even just those factions. There's many different ways people see. Turn them up. Hold on. Oh, that's Max. Yikes.
There's even one reaction channel that admitted to this. He said the first time I messaged him to, like, collab, he already viewed me a certain way. So of course they're gonna make hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. He never even met me and he didn't like me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and I just think that a lot of the reaction channels, they don't stand for nothing. All they do is criticize everybody, and like, they don't stand for anything. They don't have any real beliefs. They don't have any real opinions. They don't have any real agenda that they're.
Now, she's saying a lot of reaction channels, they. But this applies specifically to only one reaction channel that I know. Everybody else has their own standards. Everybody else has their own political bias. They're left-leaning, right-leaning, whether they stand for accountability, whether they stand for black male improvement or power. Everybody has their standards for something. She can't just be like, oh, they all this. That's some bullshit. She's specifically talking about one motherfucker, and she irons it down, or she narrows it down to mediocre tutorials and reviews in another part, but we'll get into that shortly. You can definitely tell, and she does it in a way where it's so obvious because she says she's had a conversation with him. So at that point, it's clearly she's talking about mediocre tutorials and reviews. This applies to Mike TV and only Mike TV from what I've seen. Let's get into this. Nigga doesn't even have a channel description. It's just trying to eat off of exposing people.
Right, and all they want to do is do personal attacks. Like, they want to call me unattractive. They want to say I'm single. They want to say, well, like, blah blah blah. And it's just like, they don't attack the argument. They just attack the person. And it's like, what? Like, you can't even engage in civil debate. That's the crazy thing. And the crazy thing too is that none of these reaction channels showed up when I invited them on a stream. All the people making videos on me, like, I'm a 26-year-old.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right, now she made this tired point again. She was on an Obsidian stream with a bunch of niggas caping for her. Nobody wanted to show up and build Obsidian's channel. You didn't show up to anybody else's stream when they're streaming about you. That's a stupid point. And what are we supposed to do? Argue with a woman on a panel? We'll make our points and you live with it. Fuck out of here.
I have more balls than you. Get out of here.
All due respect, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear that.
Come on.
I think it's one of the saddest parts about it that I open up my panel all the time. I say, hey, all you guys making all these fucking videos, if you think I'm wrong, why don't you come and tell me face to face where I'm wrong?
Yeah, but that's the thing, Tommy. We're gonna set that up. I have your email. I'm gonna reach out to you. I did do that, and then you said you didn't defend Pearl, and this is a variant of defending Pearl because you had her on your channel. You had members only people willing to pay to talk shit if they wanted to talk shit. You did a very friendly interview. There's ways to do friendly interviews and not endorse the people, but you defended her. We're gonna react to the footage. You definitely defended her. It's not like Hotep Jesus where he had a friendly interview, but he was really trying to peel back the layers to get some information out of her. Tommy did a good job of that in this interview, but he's also defended her on other occasions. We're going to get to the bottom of that, man. Let's get back into this.
They never show up, but they'll make a video. There's some people making videos now saying that I'm scared of them because I won't talk about them. I'm like, wait a minute. So now you talk about me, and because I won't talk about you, now you get to tell your audience, he's scared of me. And then they're like, yeah, you're scared to let this man call you names. You're scared to let this woman dig in your past. You're scared to let this person go after your children. You're scared. And I'm like, wouldn't you be scared of this? If that was what a person's going to do, why would you want to even engage in conversation with a person that no matter what you say, they're going to say you're ugly? No matter what you say, they're going to say, here's where his house is.
Shout out to Solo TV 84 with the $5 super chat. You say Pearl ugly as fuck. Can't believe a 4 took over the red pill space. Jeez.
Here's the address. No matter what you say, the response is the same. So I guess that's why I was asking you about it, because how do you decide then who to actually engage?
All right, see, this is why I did the members only chat in the first place, because people like Alex the Great. If by now you keep caping for this Zesty TV folk, if you don't understand that this nigga stands for nothing and he's a complete coward, and you keep trying to cape for this unity bullshit, I'm not the unity guy. Never have been. That's never been my message. Unity amongst YouTubers. No. I like people standing on their own platform, unlike King Rich's, building within their local community, because you can't trust these motherfuckers on this platform. You want me to work with these cowards? These people that violate YouTube policies that nobody does? Nobody in the community stands for this type of shit. So when fans cape for it, it's like, y'all clearly don't understand what's going on here. Then what the fuck are you saying? You said that's not what you're saying. Are you going to call in, or am I going to close this back to members?
Earlier you said if you incentivize something by paying for it, then more people will do it. YouTube has made it to where these online detectives want to get into every part of your life. They don't.
Online detectives getting into every part of your life. Who are they talking about? They're not talking about people like me or who else. I don't know who does reactions that just speak on things that are on air out in the public. But you're not speaking about people like that. They're specifically speaking about folks like Mike TV, Zesty TV. I don't know anybody else that does shit like that. Digs up personal life that's not out there for public display.
Research their baby mamas as much as they research people online that they've never met. They don't.
Yeah, and the hard part is, it's like a lot of times they're pushing things that aren't true. Or they'll put together clips to make it like, to make it look like you said something you didn't say or did something you didn't do. And it's like, if you respond, what happens?
Now, this is Cap, and then Tommy's agreeing with this. We've reacted to long-form content on my channel. Tommy says he watches my channel a lot. Clearly, that's Cap. Clearly, he did not see all the breakdowns and all the evidence and all the things that she said out of her own mouth. I don't sit up here and bar you down with long-ass soliloquies and diatribes about what somebody said instead of showing y'all yourselves, so y'all could think for yourselves and dissect it yourselves. It's not an echo chamber. It's a free-thinking society out here.
And they make more. And they make more. And it just gets bigger. And you're just like, whoa, freaking crazy. And like, what? There's one reaction channel. I know for a fact, he told me he didn't watch the full video. He told me that. And then he made a hit piece on me. It's like, you told me word for word. I did not watch the full video. And me thought we were friends. I'm not going to name names.
You're not going to name names. You're clearly talking about mediocre tutorials and reviews. Let's go back 10 seconds in this. My bad that the volume is a bit low. I had to take this from Rumble, and the quality got dragged to shit during that. So
he told me that. And then he made a hit piece on me. And like, what? There's one reaction channel. I know for a fact, he told me he didn't watch the full video. He told me that. And then he made a hit piece on me. It's like, you told me word for word. I did not watch the full video. And me thought we were friends. I'm not.
Once again, she makes this point. He didn't watch the video. You took the video down. You apologized, took the video down, and then you backtracked all the way and said, oh, you got a statement coming up. You got a video coming up, and it's the video's coming back. She's basically saying he doesn't stand on nothing. He has no integrity. He flipped because of the audience, but you know him personally, so it should have overrid that. But people make up their mind and make their decisions. It is what it is.
Gonna name names. Thought we were friends. I thought we were friends. Make a hit piece before you even watch the video. It's like, what happened to giving people the benefit of the doubt? Like,
there was no opportunity. You removed the video. Stop the goddamn cap. I hope y'all can see.
thought we were friends. I'm not gonna name names. Thought we were friends. I thought we were friends. Make a hit piece before you even watch the video. It's like, what happened to giving people the benefit of the doubt? Like, what happened to going to things in good faith? They don't do it.
Because there's more money and more views into saying something bad about you than it is about having civil discourse with you. And I tell people all the time, I'd rather have a real conversation with someone and have few people watch it than for me to just bring someone on my show just to berate them instead of trying to understand. Everybody I brought on my show, everybody that's interviewed ever on my show, I brought you on to more or less understand you, not to just come in and have you walk into a setup, a gotcha moment, because that's what the world is about now. I mean, the TikTok and all of that, let's give me a short, few second hit piece, gotcha moment of somebody else. We don't believe in context. Somebody in the comment section said, if they're doing all this research about people, why don't they research the Federal Reserve? I mean, they don't research their governor. They don't research anything. What have you found different living or being over in the UK and then over here in America? Good versus not so good?
I think there's a lot of history in the UK, and I think it's really cool, again, how many people you can meet that are just, like, from so many different cultures. I feel like I've learned so much about so many different cultures, but, you know, I miss America. It's not America. I want to go home. I'm going to move back to the U.S. I don't know 100% where yet. We're probably Chicago, but we'll see. Yeah, because I miss the food. I miss freedom. I miss yeah, I miss everything. I miss the roads. That's the biggest thing I hate. Here it's like you're driving, it's like because all the cars. Yeah, I miss America.
Well, I'm surprised that you haven't did like Madonna did when she was there for 6 weeks and she came back with an accent. I'm surprised you don't have one.
Yeah, people that are mentally stable don't do that.
Yeah, I think Madonna did it. These are all people you probably don't know because they're old like me. But Madonna did it. Tina Turner did it. Like, they would be over there for like a fucking week, and they come home with the accent as if they.
You said despite all of this, Tommy and Pearl deserve to exist. Mike TV is terrible for what he did. That's true. Listen, but prior to all of this happening, I did not fuck with Pearl. I was not a subscriber. I was not a supporter. I was not doing reactions every week to Pearl's content. So me calling her out for all of this shit doesn't change anything in my life. Everybody that canceled her, that's on them. That's their agenda. After the Pearl saga's done with all the coverage of drama, we're going to move on to regularly scheduled entertainment. Pearl's going to be on her channel. It is what it is. I'm not going to be flagging her channel like this hoe-ass nigga's LTTV. She's going to continue her business. She just lost a bit of her audience from some of the people that supported her and came to other channels. But it is what it is. Freedom of speech. You're on your own platform. You could say whatever you want on your own platform. People just have a choice to support it or not. And people can criticize it all they want. You don't have to watch the criticisms of you if you can't handle it. But people are going to say what they want to say. Y'all make sure you get the likes up.
I always thought it was funny. What do you think about cultural appropriation? Is this a real thing?
If y'all want me to close it back to members only because you think there's some plants in here, let me know. If not, we'll keep it open.
I don't really have an opinion. I don't really understand what it is, to be honest. I'm uneducated, you know.
I don't get it either. And I hear people saying it. They're like, you're cultural appropriating. I'm like, okay, you're wearing a suit and tie. Did you not appropriate a culture? So I'm thinking like the things, I don't know what it means because we all, I mean, there are rappers going around with Italian names. Did they not cultural appropriate?
You know what? I'm gonna tell a story about how I culturally appropriated once because I know the internet detectives will find this anyway. So when I was
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Yeah, might as well listen.
In middle school, I every year my family would do family Halloween costumes. So we would all as a family dress up together.
Oh shit, you went blackface.
No, I didn't do that. No.
So I just got some shoe polish and I was like,
no, please don't put that on me. I did not do that. I did not do that. But one year, so and each year, each kid got to pick like who.
All right, Alex, what you said is Duke and Mike were getting along. I was never getting along with Mike. I don't want to be lumped into that. I seen who he was from Mr. Real Estate. I seen it from time. I didn't care that we had similar thoughts against Pearl at the time. I didn't align. I said that in another video. Duke didn't know who he was. Duke found out real quick on that stream with Melanie King that this guy is weird. So I don't blame Duke for saying, nah, I ain't fucking with that because this guy does things that no YouTuber stands for. So let's get back into it. Yeah, Duke didn't know Mike. If he knew Mike was on this whole ass shit, he would be acting the way he's acting now and not trying to fuck with Mike.
Like what we were. And there was one year where I was really obsessed with Japan. Like I just loved Japan. I don't know, when I was.
All right, you want people removed? I'm not removing anybody. I'll just put this back on members only like it was intended to. I want it to be nice and let it open, but people are going to slow it down. Members only. I don't do many members only streams, so y'all gotta live with this. I be streaming enough, and I don't have many members only. We gotta once in a while do the members only. It is very cheap. It's a 99 cents entry. If someone slaps in a $20 super chat, it pays for the whole house. Everybody can be in here, but there's no point of doing. Actually, I shouldn't even talk you out of that. But the show's not gonna be that much longer. We're gonna wrap this one up. We have a lot more on the way. A lot more meaningful things to talk about outside of Zesty TV. Let's get back into it.
Middle school, and I would go to the shop and I would put on like the kimonos and stuff, and I literally would buy I was a weird middle schooler. I don't know what I was doing, but so much so my parents sent me to Japan when I was 12 because I was so obsessed with it. Yeah, it was a long story. But so that year we did I watched like Memoirs of a Geisha, and so I was like a geisha, which I found out some of them were like hooker. I didn't know that, but that's a different story. But like nowadays, that would be cultural appropriation, right? When literally I just thought it was so cool. I thought the outfits were so cool. I was a kid and I was, looking up to a culture and like how cool it was. But nowadays, yeah, they get mad at you.
Yeah, my daughter appropriates the hell out of Asian culture. She loves it, and we're actually bringing her to Japan for the summer. And but she loves it. Like, and I mean, I'm wondering why those people don't get offended. Nicki Minaj is a huge anime fan. I don't understand why those people didn't get offended. I think that part of how I would view cultural appropriation is, shouldn't you be proud of the fact that someone saw your culture and liked it so much that they wanted to adopt it? There's nothing more American than that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I have, come on, man. I'm an anime fan as well. I have Japanese tattoos and shit. Like, at the end of the day, who made that point about cultural appropriation? I don't know if this was a point being made for her. I never heard about that.
Yeah,
but let's get into this.
What I thought. But nowadays they get mad, I guess. That's what I was thinking of. Like, I could not have done the geisha thing nowadays. They'd be so mad.
Yeah, you probably could not have done that. But I mean, hell, there's an Asian guy that's going around and he's Michael Jackson. I forgot his name, but he's gotten really big. He's called Chinese Michael Jackson or whatever it is, but he is a huge sensation, and I'm like, well, isn't he appropriating culture? I think we just pick and choose where the cultural appropriation line is, and it typically falls on us as Black people. I know me, I get looked at a certain way because I will make arguments that you're supposed to not make if you're Black, which makes you then a coon. You as a woman, do women come at you and say you shouldn't be making this argument because you're a woman like us?
Yeah, they think I hate women.
Do you?
No.
Because you said that and paused. You didn't say, they're wrong. You were like...
Well, no, I'm just kidding. No, because then the reaction channels, they'll clip it and be like, she said, like, you can't even joke about stuff anymore. Look at what she said, you know. No, I don't hate women. I have 4 sisters.
When she says you can't even joke about things anymore, of course you can. If people clip it up and they say what they can, or they say what they want, it's up to you to give it significance in your life. It's about if you care or not. People are too emotional nowadays and everything bothers them and you can't say anything about them, and they're supposed to just be able to be out here and live freely and basically chastise everybody else, tell them how to live on their show, call out everybody, call out women all over the place, while being a woman, not really living through these talking points, just representing other people's talking points and making the money off of it. Because a lot of the things that she represents, she can't actually represent that point because it will go against her. She wouldn't be on these platforms making these points. You'd be in a house making a sandwich, like she says. So she just makes a lot of bullshit ass points. But let's get back into this.
So, you know, I do like them most of the time.
And she does have to understand, a lot of the comments she makes comes across as if she's bitter and hating on more girls that are more attractive than her. Because some of her comments come across like that. Girls are so superficial, they're so X, Y, and Z, they spend too much on their lashes, makeup, and all this crap. She will criticize women that get more play and more sexual attention than her. Meanwhile, she's having these weird sex parties with Sarah Garvey privately in the back, recording them to call her out. Like, there's all sorts of weird shit going on in her corner, so I don't want to hear nothing from her, but let's get back into this.
I do hate stupid women, though. I will say that. Stupid women, I do hate. So keep us smarty pantses out of this. The idiots, yeah, I'm not a fan of dumb people.
Breaking news. Just Pearly Things announces that she's not a fan of Just Pearly Things.
I will say that. Stupid women, I do hate. So keep us smarty pantses out of this. The idiots, yeah, I'm not a fan of dumb people.
You stupid.
All right, Courtney Michelle says, but Tommy says Kevin Samuel stole from him. So wouldn't that be appropriation? Tommy should be excited about the manosphere instead of complaining that they took his ideas. He doesn't care if Pearl took the ideas from Kevin, if she paid for them, although Kevin took the ideas from him. But I don't know, man. His logic, I have to ask him about that. I have to ask him a list of questions. A lot of things don't really make sense to me, but I don't know. He probably sees a different, bigger picture. We'll just ask him.
Well, I used to say WASP, and people used to get mad at me. I would say WASP, and it means women are stupid people. Just WASP.
Hey, I'm the exception. I'm special.
and that's what it is. Like I don't have an issue, but like you said, when it comes to you're doing things that's stupid, and then you have a bunch of other women that say, yeah, we agree with it. Like, women should be the first ones to call out something stupid. Here's what we thought in America. Conservatives should be the first one to call out a dumbass conservative. Liberals should be the first one to call out a dumbass liberal. Blacks should be the first ones, if you say that blacks are supposed to hold a certain standard, any that fall below it, you should call them out. One of the reasons why abolitionists exist, because whites started to call out other whites who wanted to be slave owners. I know you talked about it in one of yours.
Yeah, blacks should call out other blacks. So if people start calling you out for this, Tommy,
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
Anybody that aligns with Pearl in this day and age at this time, but it's kind of late in the month. I think that Fatty was talking about it. She got her punishment. She got the repercussions. At some point, you got to let go. She got a hard month of people making content and making money off of her, taking back that reparations. I don't know when the time is to let go. I'm pretty much done after this. I don't really have any more Pearl related news. But people that stand beside her, you could see why people side eye them and look at them. But you know, it is what it is.
Again, like I said, I'm going to let you go because I know you've been interviewing all day, and I thank you so much for coming here to talk to me. But I know that there's certain things about slavery and other things in history that are true, but apparently we can't talk about them. In America, the place where you're trying to get back, we have a thing where we're doing almost like the Dark Ages. We're burning books, editing books, movies, taking things out. We're now just doing this across the board now in America. We're taking down statues and wiping out that these things in history ever existed. We're going to leave you with this. What do you think about this practice that's going on now? Do you believe that history should be edited, or do you believe it should be studied for what it was?
I think that there's a lot of people that try to make money off of history, and so they try to edit it to fit their narrative. I think you definitely see women do that with feminism because, the narrative is that women are oppressed, women have a horrible life. So let me sell you this job, this career, this policy, or this YouTube video talking about how feminism is horrible and all this stuff. So I think there's a lot of incentives for people to edit history. And I think we should stick to the facts and stick to what's true and what's not true. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, it would be a better place if we could actually, because the only way you can learn from history is actually be honest about what it was. Because how can you learn from it if you edit it now and make it seem like these things never existed? I mean, it's
like Pearl. You're sitting next to somebody that tried to edit it and act like certain things never existed. She tried to act like it was embellished. It was sold way worse, and she used a movie to reference that. And she fudged the quote as well, but let's get back into it.
Took down all the statues of all the people. And I think I remember somebody saying something. They said, well, it's stupid to have those Confederate statues up anyway. They lost, so why would you have statues of people who lost? And I said, you mean like statues of Martin Luther King? Statues of Malcolm X? They lost. They didn't win. They did not win. If you got statues of a...
It's like she had to catch herself how immediately she laughed at that.
Of Martin Luther King, statues of Malcolm X, they lost. They didn't win. They did not win. If you got statues of a lot of people, Marcus Garvey, he lost. So don't say that you can't have statues of people who lost. The statue isn't about winning or losing. The statue is about their role in history. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Their role in history, good, bad, or indifferent. They held a role in history. And I think it's such a slippery slope to start saying, let's just get rid of this part of history or rewrite it and make it seem like it's different. Because then when someone says, well, slavery wasn't as bad as they were saying in this movie, then you get mad. And you're like, well, wait a minute. But you don't want a statue of General Robert E. Lee to exist, which means you would just be taking that out as well. Let's put it all in. Let's put all chips out there. And I think the only way we will raise a group of people who won't make the same, what does they say? Those who don't know their history are doomed to repeat it. Mm-hmm. I think if we wipe things out, that's what's going to end up happening. So I want to give you the last word before we get up out of here. It's on you. I just appreciate you letting me.
All right, my last word. All right, I've been wanting to say this for a long time. Okay, there's been weeks and weeks of videos and all this stuff. So I just have something that I want to say to everyone watching. Stop sleeping with whales. All right, stop it. It causes a lot of problems in society. And now we have these delusional women that come on my show and think they're 10 because you guys keep sleeping with her. So you can be a part of the solution. Stop sleeping with whales today.
Now, not a fan of whales. Don't endorse whales, but...
Nigga, you just hating, feel me? That's why you ain't never gonna have no paper, ain't never gonna have no bitches, feel me?
This is what people say. People say she be hating. They be saying fat girls be pulling more guys than her. So she be hating. They be getting into VIPs before Pearl, so she be hating. That's what people be saying. Don't shoot the messenger.
Thank you.
They need love too, and sometimes it's fun. I mean, everybody likes shooting fish in a barrel.
Tommy, look at Tommy. I think you're part of, like, what do you stand for, right? Like, it's like, what?
She's like, do you have any morals at all? I mean,
you know, you said you got a mansion, right? You don't need to sleep with whales. You know, you can sleep with some slim chicks. You know.
Just sometimes I like to check the dexterity of my beds.
You know?
I like to make sure that my furniture's well built.
You know, no, Tommy, but it's still you're contributing to the problem. Okay, I don't really care. You know, you can. It's your life, right? You know, but I just think there's gonna be a lot of problems that come with the fat chicks. All right.
So what is it to you, ma'am? This is what I'm talking about. You're trying to represent points that don't really apply to you. What does a man dating a fat chick do to you? They feel more confident and empowered. You're a woman. You're not dating them. How does it affect you?
Stop it. Get some help.
Right. You know, it's like, you know, I mean, obviously, like,
Yeah,
if they come.
Who's fucking over guys' lives more? It ain't fat chicks. It's the ones who are in shape.
Okay, yeah.
Fat chicks are just glad to get penis. They're not the ones that's going around saying we're sick and tired of guys looking at us while we're working out. Fat chicks are glad.
Yeah. I can't be for it. I've seen too many delusional fat chicks on my show. I'm just tired of them saying they're an 8, 9, or 10 when you're this big. It's just like I had this one girl that was like a bowling ball. Tell you she was a 10. It's like the guys like you are contributing to this because this girl is
saying it because they know
home this bowling ball and she's coming home to this mansion and she's thinking, wow.
No, you get to stay. No. That's where you got it wrong. There's no fat chicks that got to stay here. They got to come and then they had to go.
Oh, I see.
You're in the Midwest. You know that the gas station come and go.
Yeah, but you know, you still walk the house, you know. You seem like
you go.
You seem like a nice guy. You wouldn't kick him out right after. That would be so rude.
No, I let him stay and I talk to him a little bit. I'm nice enough. I let him talk, and then, like I said, I want to make sure that I bought this new couch and want to make sure that it's sturdy as they say it was. So I let her sit there and I talk to her for a minute, and I just take a look at the measurements and see what happens with the couch. But I said, no, you cannot have this big girl spend the night with you. She'll roll over on you.
Yeah, you might suffocate. Yeah.
No, you cannot do that. No, you can't. But I do believe, oddly enough, you see all these guys who are going through all this drama with the women. It's always the ones that we consider physically and visually attractive. They're the main one destroying guys' lives. So maybe more men should start sleeping with whales to humble the slim ones. Think about it. The slim ones are the ones ruining people's lives. The fat ones kind of make your life better. They're just glad to be in.
I mean, let's just call a spade a spade.
What you call me?
No, like. Your name Tommy? Am I wrong? It's Tommy.
No, spade a spade.
In America, spade. That's what they call black spades.
Oh, shut up! No, I didn't know that. No.
I'm really good.
She knows nothing about the things that she speaks on. She wants to speak about and try to educate people on Black history, and she doesn't know anything. It's hilarious.
I promise you, that's what they call it. Look it up. So I made the joke because you said let's call a spade a spade. And I was like, you look it up.
Okay, don't do this to me. Don't do this.
You can't win. You can't win, Rocky. You can't win.
Let's just call it how it is. All right. None of you guys that have the option are gonna wife a fat chick anyway. So you're still gonna be ruined by the slim ones. Like, let's just call it what it is.
So why do you care that men have sex with fat chicks? Jealousy much?
We gotta change the game somehow.
Wait, you can. Okay, look. I mean,
help us out, lady. Help us out. How can we stop slim, attractive women from screwing our lives up?
The only way to is to repeal the 19th, baby. Repeal the 19th. That's it. I don't see any other solution. Or maybe it's like landowners can vote, something like that. That's really all I see. Like, I think there's some other workarounds they got, but we got to take away.
You know what happens if landowners can vote and only landowners? That would be absolutely horrible. And if anybody agrees with that, there's massive blind spots in their thinking. And you know who's targeted. You know whose people are targeted when it comes to landowners and which demographic is specifically targeted.
Most of women's vote. We got to get, maybe the successful ones can get in there, so I can still vote. But but everyone else, no.
You hear this? She thinks she's special. She always thinks I can vote, but nobody else, none of the other women. And she even says it. That's why it's good to have an interview like this sometimes, because you let her hang herself and you see her say the dumbest things. And yeah, it's just a joke, I guess, but you think you're special, and it shows.
Yeah, wow, I promise you, just that
I need the volume louder on this.
And I know it sounds real aristocratic, but I've always liked that. Mm-hmm. Own land. You own land, you can now vote. It gives people incentive to want to be landowners instead of just consumers. Because if you think about it right now, a lot of people are proud to just be consumers. They don't want to own anything. They don't want to own a business. Like people talk crap about you. And I remember I kept saying, but she's hiring people. She's a business. Why would you have a problem with people who are putting people to work while you...
Nobody. This is why they screw this stupid argument up. Where they're mad at him. I'm mad at her. Nobody's mad at her employing the people that make the thumbnails, the editors, the producers. None of that. Everything goes into what she did to King Rich's channel, what she tried to do to Sarah Garvey, and what she did to Auntie Jenny on a platform of independence on YouTube. And they ignore that fact constantly. And there's many ways where you can put people on in situations where you do not colonize their channel. And E Black was right. That comment right there that you just said. Let's get back into it.
Perfect.
Or just about you. The money comes to you. The money comes to that. They help no one.
I'll tell you something crazy. Some of these critics have had opportunities to sign some of my talents and did not do so. How crazy is that?
Yep.
Why did they not do it?
Think about it. In any other business, that's how it works.
Now, does this sound like he's defending her? Does this not sound like he's defending her? He said he never defended her.
If you believe these people are underpaid and you believe they're valuable, you would go and pluck them from that job. But none of them said, come over here, because we see that you guys have put up. She doesn't do any work. All of that work is being done by y'all. So come over here and do it for us at a better rate. But they haven't done that.
She grew up in a 10-bedroom house with her rich parents, and she lied to the public about a $5,000 investment from her folks. She lied, unless she has like A1 credit, and she used a lot of credit to facilitate her things because she believed in herself so much. Lines of credit for her finances because her studio is she said that her studio is over $100,000 worth of equipment, but she got that with a $5,000 investment, being a 26-year-old girl. That the math ain't adding up. Then she has money to pay all these people. Not everybody starts in YouTube with a significant investment like that. So when they're saying why shouldn't everybody else do that, let's get back into this. I'll break it down after. I'm trying to run through this video quick.
Does that kind of, and I know I said the last question, but I'll make this one. Does that kind of hurt, seriously, like to know, hey, I'm doing a thing that I thought was a good thing. And I care so much about these people that I'm open to them coming and plucking them out of here if they think they can do a better job. And then you watch, they're not doing it, but I'm still getting criticized.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, and also there's one YouTube channel that offered everyone jobs, right? And they looked at their production set and said, no, thank you. They said, you know what? We're okay here. So if it's that bad, why? I said, okay. I said, go ahead.
Now, to me, this seems like a defense. This seems like Tommy is defending her. He went at Six the Goddess and others because they had rhetoric that was he deemed just as bad or worse than Pearl. So that was his stance for why he did it. I agreed with him when it came to people using the word pasty or crispy or the people that are being divisive amongst the FBA, ADOS, and other black groups like the Nigerians. People are trying to do anybody that's trying to do that divisive shit. I don't fuck with. So I agreed with him on those points. But he's acting like he did not defend her and go at other black women while protecting this woman.
I never want someone here that doesn't want to work here. You know what's crazy? I'm going to tell you something. Like, why would I want to keep someone?
Like it's what people say. Look, I don't want somebody here that doesn't want to be here. I'm not keeping anyone here. Women have said that I don't keep a man if he wants to be here. It's because he want to be here.
The thing is, I took a pay cut to invest in people. I took a pay cut. That's the crazy thing. They don't understand. I took a pay cut. I would make more had I not do that. So that's number one. And
Oh yeah, I fucked up one thing. I asked him. I forgot the video I posted was a flashback. That was a Friday ago. I asked him if he defended Pearl prior to him doing this. So the defense was after. But the videos he made defending her and going in on other people were before. So everything else stands. But this, I can't really use this because this was after I asked the question. So let's get back into this.
Number two, you know how bad one of my producers, his name's King. He literally moved from Manchester to here to like get this job. And the way he got the job was he got on the show, and I said I was looking for a producer on my story, and he's like, "Yeah, I can start working whenever." So it's not like I have people want to work here. Like, it's a good place to work.
Yeah. You create a good environment. It's just like that's why I was laughing, because a woman said, I don't keep a man. He has an opportunity to leave me if he thinks there's a better opportunity out there. He doesn't leave because he thinks this is the best place for him. And that's one of the best feelings, when you know that the people around you are there because they want to be there and they feel like they're being treated. They don't feel like, oh, I can't go anywhere. I would never want a girl who's with me because she feels like she can't get another man.
No, like, why would you want someone that doesn't want to be there?
Yep.
And that's why they're trying to spin it. Oh, Pearl's abandoning her team because she said, "Oh, you're free. Go ahead." But and it wasn't like that. It was just like, why would I want someone that doesn't want to be there? Like, I want. And then they said I had a couple content creators do videos opening positions for Pearl's employees who wanted to. No, they did, and I was and it's crazy, but I saw their sets.
I want to see who she's talking about, because she's been saying a lot of things, but we don't know who is attached to them, except for the first two in the opening of this video. Other than that, all these things, I don't know who you're talking about, who offered these people jobs. I want some names.
And their thumbnails and their titles, and I'm sorry, like, weak. We have a system that works here, so you get 40,000 subs in 3 months. Let's see you do it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let somebody else be able to do that. And I'm a big believer, if you think somebody's doing it wrong and you think that the way that they're going about it is the wrong way, you wouldn't make 1,000 videos about it. You just go do it. You'd show that this is the best way to sign talent. You don't have to talk about the way that someone else is signing talent.
Stop the cap.
Now, once again, you can make 1,000 videos into that revenue stream where you can start signing talent and setting it up. Don't be emotional because people are making videos hating and making this type of defense for Pearl.
And that's what I hate about YouTube. It's just allowed non-talented people to just make videos talking about people who are talented. That's it. Not everybody. TLC weren't great singers. They had great people around them who made them look as talented as possible. They weren't able to write their own music. When Babyface them were gone, they didn't write their own music. They didn't put their own dance stuff together. They couldn't do it themselves at all. So is there a value of the people who put them in the position they were in? Of course it should be, just like you're saying. If you can go anywhere else and let them give you 40,000 subs in 3 weeks.
Oh, the Philip Scott show offered jobs. I'm not up on the Philip Scott show to know the production quality over there. I'm gonna have to look up that.
Go right ahead.
Or look it up.
Stopping you, but don't criticize what we do over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
Now, Tommy's crying about the platform here. I'm gonna have to call him out. He hates this about the platform. You got to get used to it. You got to get used to it. People are gonna do what they want to do. People are gonna criticize, and there's a whole market for it, and people are gonna watch it. it is what it is. I'm going to be on the opposite end of that at some point where people are criticizing me watching my videos. It's a part of being a public figure. If anything, it helps elevate your brand because you're still being spoken about and you're still in the conversation. Artists know this well. You don't see artists calling into people's live streams, complaining about them talking shit to them or trying to stop it by flagging them like Mike TV or Zesty TV. They just roll with the punches because they know that this is promotion. Good, bad, indifferent. You got to be accountable for the image that you put out there, and people are going to say what they want to say. Let's get back into it.
I mean, let's call it. No.
Let's call a club.
They can't. They can't do it. It's like most of these people have been on YouTube longer than me. If you could do it, then do it. Do it.
If we sent a lot of people the investment that she got from her rich dad, a lot of these low-level YouTubers that she's taunting about do it, these motherfuckers would do it.
And the crazy thing is I have these one-on-one consultations that you can buy that are $500 a month for 30 minutes now. I know that seems expensive, but
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what did she say?
Do it. And the crazy thing is I have these one-on-one consultations that you can buy that are $500 a month.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
She's charging $5 for consultations with her?
For 30 minutes now. I know that seems expensive, but my time is
30 minutes?
valuable, and I'll give you the step. You know what? I'm going to offer a free consultation. This is a free consultation to everybody that.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Base Mod with the $5 super chat. They gained 40K subs but get no views. Pearl is definitely botting. It's not real growth. Zesty TV wants people to pay for him to do an exposed video now. That's what he's doing. He's charging members an arm, a leg, a heel, and a toe just to get in there. Pause. We're talking about him. But let's get back into this.
That's criticized me. Here you go, out of the kindness of my heart.
I don't offer shit free. Nope. You want to have a conversation with me? You want to have a consultation with me? It's $300 a period.
Yeah, I want to help them. I want to help them.
Yeah, if you think it's not worth it, that's cool. But a lot of people think things aren't worth it. But I will not. If you don't see a value in yourself, you can't get mad at someone else for not seeing a value in you. You saw a value from what I heard that you were able to talk to Kevin Samuels and you paid his consultation fee, correct?
Yeah, I did. And I was broke as hell back then too. I could not afford it. Let me tell you.
And
Yo, fam says you got to blame those people for paying $500 for the 30 minutes. Absolutely. If there's anybody that actually paid that,
Stop it. Get some help.
Did it though. You invested in you. So you will never get me to talk shit about you when the other people just sit around Kevin Samuels.
There we go. We will never get you to talk. Hear that?
And still did it though. You invested in you. So you will never get me to talk shit about you when the other people just sat around Kevin Samuels and just wanted to get the game for free because they had a big ass and big tits and they would just hang around him and they know who they are because y'all just sit around and y'all didn't give him a dime. Y'all was soaking up all of his knowledge, but you didn't give him a dime because you didn't think he should benefit off of it. You blinked your eyes at him and showed your ass to him, and that was it. So you cannot talk about this white lady who found this black man and thought that his knowledge was worth compensating him for. That to me blows everything out of the water because that means you valued what you were getting.
Yeah, and I paid. He wasn't the only person I bought consultations with.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I like, oh my gosh, most content, like I DM'd so many people. Like I talked to lead attorney, I talked to, there's like two more that I like paid for consultations with. I literally Papa Gut on TikTok.
The lead attorney, I got this shout out for free.
Shout out to LTTV.
Yep, I got that.
Was zero down, no credit. Yeah.
That was like an instant cosign for free on the house. This is a thing. When he talks about this, blacks definitely help blacks out for free, and we do those type of favors to elevate each other on the platform. A lot of my platform was co-signing other people's stuff and reacting to it in a positive manner, in which propels them, or not propels them really, but it gives them a cosign, a positive cosign from this end of YouTube. Tommy was somebody that's an independent content creator that I supported for a long time because he was a person that battled some of the things that I battled on this platform way more than me. I only got booted once and then they fixed that because it was YouTube's error. But he's been off the platform many times. He takes his show to other platforms and is still able to maintain a level of success independently. And my platform is for independent content creators. I do support that. I support people that are accountable for their actions. But this whole cosign that he's doing here, giving her way more credit than she deserves, not seeing what other people are building out of the mud in the free base hit that she got comparatively, giving way too much credit. I did that at first too when I first gave her credit for building the infrastructure and doing things. But when you really peel back the layers and see what really happened, it's like the credit isn't like, yeah, you get the credit, but it's not to the extent that you're trying to give her. It's not like Fresh and Fit. Everybody wants to tear Fresh and Fit apart all the time, but Fresh and Fit actually got it out the mud. They didn't get a parent handout. She got a handout, and then she's against reparations, calling it a handout when it's due. Man, let's get back into this.
Is very, very random guy, but yeah, I was everywhere. I wanted to know everything. I was like a sponge. I'm like,
Yeah, they said you were shaped like SpongeBob. That's what that girl said. She's shaped like SpongeBob. And I saw one picture of you. You had a little bit going on in your backyard. I said, hey.
Stop the cap.
Stop buttering her up, Tommy. We all seen her in her bikini pictures. We seen her on the beach with mediocre tutorials and reviews.
Look.
Look at her trying to blush now. I saw it. I see what was going on in the backyard. I saw it. Had a whole fence, a pool, and everything back there. I said, hey. Look
I plead the
this
fifth.
nigga's tripping.
All right.
It's so much more we could talk about, but you've had a long day, and I really do appreciate you coming to talk to me and spending the time here on the show. The idea that you are taking black points and taking black pain, I guess what they say when discussing relationships, they say that you have a lot of content that's specifically directed at blacks. But my response to that was, why don't they have this kind of smoke towards Jerry Springer? Why don't they have this kind of smoke towards Maury Povich and several other people who have millions of views and make millions upon millions of dollars a year?
Why do people always single out Maury Povich and Jerry Springer? I don't understand that. I have a clip of Jerry Springer where they're fighting KKK members and the whole audience is mopping these niggas. So they use Jerry Springer and Maury Povich, but these are all willing participants from every race coming to their show. They're not singling out black folks. I don't know why people always do that to Jerry and Maury. What the fuck did they do? And RIP to Jerry Springer. Maury's still trying to find a compelling enough storyline to make his return. He was trying to target Blueface and Krishan, but there's rumors that that baby is no longer available in the nicest way possible.
And they'll have nothing but black guests. Do you think that they're unfairly characterizing what you do?
Oh, yeah, I actually got I wanted to know if they were right, because they would be like, oh, it's only like black women on the show, whatever. And so I was like, let me get the demographics of everyone that's been on the show. Let's see, right? And let's just say the demographics like matched where I live. So like the percentage matched where I live. So I don't know what they, and it was still the majority of the people that came on were white. Still the majority. So
the people that come on her show that get ridiculed deserve it. Black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter. If you come on her show and get ridiculed, you played yourself. You signed up for it. It is what it is. I'm not feeling sorry for you. That was never the conversation, or at least on this channel.
I still don't understand it. It's like when people say white people shouldn't be talking about slavery. And I laughed. I said, well, didn't you say that white people are the ones who instituted slavery?
Once again, that's not the argument. The argument isn't white people shouldn't be talking about slavery. If Kyrie Irving can get a severe punishment for saying something incorrect about quoting the history of the Jews, then if she's saying something incorrect to that level of saying it was embellished, then people could say, the thing is, she's on YouTube on her own platform. She got these ramifications because she felt a way. She could have continued just doing her regularly scheduled programming. She didn't have to listen to any of the criticism. So we don't have to feel sorry for her for this punishment that she's receiving. She signed up for it herself. She didn't have to ingratiate herself with all these folks to try to get their side. She could have continued doing her thing if her demographic wasn't so black and she didn't need all these people. She didn't have to be on Obsidian stream. She didn't have to be on Anton's stream. She didn't have to do any of this if she really didn't give a fuck to try to get these people as a client base. But she clearly wants folks watching her, black folks in specific.
So they should be the ones we get to ask. Because they're the one who ran that institution. Why would we want to talk to just the workers at IBM and not the management?
I also want to say,
Listen, Moxie said she exploits them, though. That's their fault. You can't free everybody. Some people are going to go out sad on their own recognizance, and you can't do nothing about it. You got to let them live with the results. This is taking a second.
I think I go on harder on the whales than anyone. There's fat people everywhere. Could we just everybody's fat. In America, it's like 80% of women. That's a women and men issue. That's not like that. Who goes harder on the whales? Nobody.
Yeah, and I think it's just people have found. I think you were easy target because you so-called came out of nowhere, and then were a part of the manosphere and were accepted in the manosphere. But as long as I think just once you get a name, you become a target. Once you get views, once you get.
This is bizarre coming from Tommy, who went at Kevin Samuels, who took his spot. Kevin Samuels did steal from him. I did videos reacting. He stole a skit, a 1-for-1 skit. He stole it from him. While Tommy was a smaller YouTuber at the time trying to return to the platform, Tommy stole the skits. Tommy's channels Kevin stole the skits. Tommy's channel kept going away. Tommy got away with stealing some of his shit. But he had such a problem with Tommy being, I keep butchering them too. He had such a problem with Kevin being at the top of the manosphere and getting all these views, but it doesn't seem like he has a problem with Pearl doing the same thing, although she's a copier, although she steals Rollo Tomasi's shit. I don't like frauds and thieves, copiers, unoriginal, unauthentic people. She kind of fits the mold for all. I'm not going to support that. I'm surprised that he would support that just because she has a large following and she built the infrastructure. She did a lot of the same things that you had a problem with Kevin Samuels for doing, but she paid Kevin Samuels, one person, but she stole from a bunch of other people. I don't know. This is very confusing with his analysis of it, but let's get back into it. We're almost wrapping this up.
Because everybody who's doing this, they want money. They want money, they want views, and they want recognition. And if they believe that you stepped over them, then you became a target, period. There's nothing you did. You could have said anything. They were going to pick it apart because they felt like you took their spot. They were supposed.
See, that's what he's making it about a jealousy thing. People are mad at her for doing more numbers. Nobody's jealous or mad at her for doing her numbers. She's doing her numbers on her side. More people are focused on their own platform. If that was the case, they would have came for her a long time ago when she was doing the Andrew Tate interviews and when she was getting all that spotlight. She's been cold for a while. It's not like she was hot in that week. She said something that offended a large group of people and a lot of people that stood on the principle of not supporting somebody that they deemed racist. But you don't see it that way.
Supposed to be the next Kevin Samuels. How do you feel about that mantle being bestowed upon you as the next Kevin Samuels?
I don't think you could replace Kevin Samuels, to be honest. I think he had a very unique set of skills. He certainly debated way better than I do. Oh my God.
And he's a man. representing a manosphere talking point. That's what he was representing and creating most of the manosphere talking points. As an older man, as a man representing these points, it made more sense. For a woman representing these points, I'm like, how does this help you in any way? You can't believe in any of this shit. You can't be such an advocate to your detriment. Some of the things go directly against what you actually do.
You know, so I think that I have like a unique position in the manosphere, but I don't think, like, genuinely, I'm a little, the way I view it, like the way I view it is like, I don't think women can argue the same way men do. So I don't think I'm the female Andrew Tate. I don't think I'm the next Kevin Samuels, because I'm a girl at the end of the day. I don't argue like a man.
Yeah, and I always tell people, I said, when they ask me how I feel about Kevin Samuels, I give them the truth. I said, I think he was a very sweet guy. So. Don't you look at me like that. Hey, tell them where you can tell them where they can find you. Tell them where they can find your stuff.
Do you not? You guys have beef or something? I don't really know.
There's no beef. We don't have beef.
Let me tell you, I walk into so many beefs that I don't know about. Like, it's just like I'll be walking, living my life, talking to someone else, and then that someone's mad that I talked to that person, and I'm like, I didn't know there's this many manosphere beefs. This is crazy.
Look, I don't think me and Kevin have any beef, but I'll look this week to see if I see him make any videos about me. Stop laughing at these jokes. This is not funny. This is not funny.
I don't know. I just didn't know what to say to that. You know, I just didn't know what to say to that.
I'm going ahead. Tell them where they can find you at on. Tell them where they can find you at online, please.
Yeah. So you can find me on YouTube, just Pearly Things. I was thinking of changing my channel name to Pearl, so it might switch soon. We'll see.
Yeah, just Pearl. I like it.
Instagram is just Pearly Things.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
I sit up here and lick the white woman's ass and white supremacy. A lot of the day ahead of me. The sun's still out. It's 6:05. People are going to want to question me about how I sit up here and lick the white woman's ass and white supremacy. I've apparently sold out. I'm getting all kind of emails telling me that I'm pooning. But I tell you what I did. I enjoyed talking to you and talking to a woman who I felt like tried to be knowledgeable in everything she was saying, which is a thoughtful person is all you want to have in a conversation. Just be thoughtful. When I ask you something, be thoughtful. And you did that. So I thank you.
Thanks for having me. Had a lot of fun.
All right. You take care, Miss Pearl. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that is just...
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
I have to cut it off there. Yeah, a lot of people are questioning Tommy. I'm going to have to talk about, like, we have to schedule a one-on-one. I have to speak to him about this. In specific, his point and why he felt the need to defend her so strongly and then deny defending her and defending the point, because it's more than defending the point here. It is what it is. Mike TV still a hoe. Ass nigga. Nigga had to catch a stray. We didn't forget about his hoe ass that this nigga be doing. Reporting channels unjustly. Targeting channels. Getting subscribers to try to go over to other channels and report them. Write bullshit so they can build a case against other creators because he doesn't want dissenting views. Pause. Oh, fuck. What did I say? The fuck? Goddamn. I'm still trying to recap what I just said. Oh well, it is what it is, man. Yeah, Tommy needs to explain this move. I don't understand it, but you know it is a business, but I really don't understand this move. We're gonna wrap this one up. A lot more on the way. I lost my train of thought because of that pause. What the fuck did I say, my nigga? I've been on point with the pauses today. All right, it is what it is, man. We out. Yeah. Now, the next stream will not be members only. That'll be open for everybody. We'll get back into regularly scheduled entertainment. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We out.